Good vibes only today.
Well, the top side streets are a dangerous place, so you better tune in to a credible face like this one. Yeah, this one. And you know he's not alone, and they're coming in hot. We got a Lake so Stan and a guy who really likes baseball. I don't know why he likes baseball.
Good morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the morning marketplace. I gotta tell you, I feel like emotionally hungover today between how we started yesterday. NFL All Day was like, what if we made the announcements feel like you're drinking water through a fire hose? They just like fired out a bunch of stuff at us, which was very exciting. Everybody, good vibes. Football's back, fun stuff. Let's see. Who do we got here this morning? Fenny said, hey, everybody grab you a fucking Dunkin', kid. We the people's here, regulator. Jan's here. Is it Jan or Jan? I'm feeling it's a Jan. It's a soft J. Ryan's here. Who else? Jordan, Jump Shooty. Mike's here. Stubbs, Top Shot Comment. Joker Rock. 9 Big Dicks here. Jay-Z. Jay's with listen, anytime there's anyone else in the chat with the last name with the Z, we're into it. Daniel's here, airplane mode, ATC, Rowdy Rod from Oregon, Stachunk, 90s fan Will, Ghostface, NFT News, K Dunn, homies here, Sean Grant, Blazemore, we're almost there. Regulator said, dude, I got married in Medfit, kid. Borland's here, Garen, Deep Thread, JP's ready to get weird. Botavine, it's a fracking celebration. Soft J, we were right with the Jan. All right, we're gonna get into today's show. I'm really excited. I mentioned this like a month or two ago. I think one of the things that I wanted to do throughout like September into October was be able to bring on a team captain from every team and kind of do not necessarily a deep dive on the team, but get a better feel for what the captains are doing. Because I think we just see a photo and they're usually holding the banner and we're like, damn, that looks cool. But I don't think we know a lot of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes with it. We got some fun giveaway stuff. We're gonna a lot of stuff happening, but more importantly, we started with my fucking boys from Beantown. Billy Top Shot from the TSD Garden, dude. Welcome. How we doing, man?
Yo, Mike, it's great to be on the show, and welcome to you to the TSD Garden weekly live stream.
Yeah, this is good. Take over, dude. You fuck it. You know what we can do? We'll switch it around. You're the host now, man. You're the host. So, Billy reached out a couple weeks ago about trying to put it together a spaces, like, because you guys do. Is it a weekly TSD spaces that you do, or?
No, we do a live stream. It used to be a Google, so I didn't know anything about this, production stuff. I used to do a Google Hangout once a week where we'd have like 20 people. It was madness. Yeah. Well, it was madness sometimes, and then other times, like everybody would just have their camera off and mic off, and I'd be like asking questions, and no one would say anything, and it was really awkward. And then after that week, we're like, all right, let's try out this YouTube thing.
I like that. I like that pivot. I don't know if I've met any content creators that were like, you know what we should start? Google Hangouts. I've left comedy like sketch writing teams because it was on Google Hangouts. I was like, I can't do it. I can't. I'm out.
Sketch comedy on Google Hangouts?
I'm more like just for the writing meetings, not for like the full shows. Holy shit. No way. Not for the full shows. But what's going on, man? Talk to me a little bit about like the captain experience and what that's been like, being on the ground level of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sure. The first, just want to say I'm a big fan of you. I tune in once in a while. You see me, Billy Jackson. I'm in the chat sometimes. You're my third favorite influencer on Top Shot, so that's really high praise.
Dude, hit me with who are the first two?
So you're number 3.
You made that clear.
Number 2 is myself.
There we go.
And number 1 is a guy named Top Shot Tony.
There we
who
go.
I'm a huge fan of.
It was funny. I thought I was ready for you to be like the judge and then and somebody else. But I like that you include yourself and that Top Shot Tony got a shout out. So I'm okay.
You're in real good company there.
I'm okay with it. I'm on the podium. But yeah, tell me a little bit about that. Like what that's been like, and because I think people don't realize it's a little bit more of an undertaking than you think. Like I think people are like, oh, dude, you get some money to give away some stuff, and that is not true.
It's insane. So it started. I thought I had no interest in doing something like this. I was in the Discord. I chatted here and there during the NBA Finals and the playoffs and stuff. And Jamie Faldo, maybe you're familiar with him. He, volunteered to be a captain. He was really involved from the get-go. I was super supportive of him being the captain. And, then he was planning our first IRL event, which was wicked fun. It was a watch party at this bar, Rock Bottom, near the Theater District in Boston.
Yeah,
and we got, free food, and it was delicious food. It was like carbonara. We had like sirloin steak. It was incredible. And there's probably 30 people there watching the Celtics. It was game 4, the game that, would have clinched the series for us if we won. And we just couldn't pull it out in the 4th quarter. So that was a heartbreaker. It was a great time. And I helped him kind of, with some stuff with that. And then he hit me up. Was like, hey, do you want to be a co-captain with me? I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? I had no idea how much work I was getting into.
Yeah.
But I teach. So I had the summer off. So I had a lot of time to kind of put into this.
Yeah.
And now this week, I'm going to be ramping back.
So, yeah, I was just going to say, are you back in school yet, or does school start?
Yeah. Our semester started yesterday, actually.
Oh, semester. So now we also learned that you're either at a college or at a private fancy school.
Yep. North Shore Community College.
Oh, hell yeah. North Shore. NCC. No, NSCC. That's great, man. What and you don't have to go full doxing of yourself, but what do you teach?
I teach math.
Hell yeah, man. How long you been doing that for a little bit?
Yeah, 11 years.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah, but I got my only experience really working with captains was not even working. I'm not taking credit for that. I just went to the Nets thing and saw all of the work that Cleganes was doing for that Nets one that they had. Similar vibe. Like we kind of were at a bar and hanging out, and there were some games and giveaways and whatever. But it's just the amount of planning that goes into something like this, and the amount of people don't realize contacting and following up with the bar is a huge pain in the ass. It is a huge pain in the ass, mainly because I feel like they're not on normal business hours. That's not usually how they respond to people via email. Ooh, it's tough. What's some?
They're also a different kind of people. The people sometimes
they are a different kind of people. They are. What's some of the stuff that you guys have on tap a little bit for the upcoming season?
Yeah, so we try to do one in real life meetup a month. And we try to do it pretty big. So last month we did a pickup hoops game where we just kind of met at a park in Eastie and played some pickup hoops. And then we went out to this bar called Tall Ships. I know you're from the Boston area. Do you know Tall Ships?
No, I don't know Tall Ships.
Do you know Lawn on D in Southie?
Yeah. Yep.
So I would say it's the Eastie version of Lawn on D, except I would say it's newer and nicer even. So it's a cool place.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. So we reserved this lounge area. You got a beautiful view of the city and everything. Just buckets of beer and White Claws flowing. Pictures of margaritas, which Faldo drank all of, and he regretted the day after. It was great. And I got some unbelievable. This can only happen in a Top Shot team community. You're gonna go crazy over this. And by the way, everyone, I have not told Mike this yet. This is a real live reaction.
All right, I'm ready.
I told my channel in the live stream last time. I found out that there is someone in the TSD Garden community who attended this IRL event that is my Eskimo brother.
Wow. This is what I need to know. I think I saw a ring flashing around when you were moving your hand. You are a married man?
Yes, I'm a married man.
Okay. And how long ago, how far back does this go? With your Eskimo brother, not with your current partner.
How did I find? How long? Wait, I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
So, did this happen a long time? Is this back in high school? You happened to be
over a decade ago.
Over a decade ago. Was anyone pissed?
No, nobody was pissed.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Is he?
I couldn't believe that. I was just shocked to find out that, like, of all places, like, that was the last thing that I expected to find in a Top Shot collecting community, that I had an Eskimo. Well, one known Eskimo brother. Who knows how many?
That's shocking, because I just assumed the majority of that group hasn't had sex. So I think that is shocking. And neither of you are still with said person, right? No! Wow! Wow! Okay, wait. Who was it weirder for, you or the other person?
Well, let's just say it wasn't actually weird for either of us.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but I'm into it. That's amazing. And how does that come up? Wait, I think I already know.
There you go. Let's not reveal it all on to the millions of viewers all across the world, though.
Wow, that's wild. The millions who tune in. Wow, that's crazy. Was that at the first in real life event?
No, it's our second in real life event.
All right. I was gonna say it's pretty much like hard to top that.
Actually, our third. Our second one was small, so it was our third in real life event.
Yeah. What's somehow pivoting off of this? What is the what's like your normal group that gathers? Like how many people are in the community that are like able to come to some of this stuff?
Yeah, we've only had 3 events so far. So the first one we had probably 30 people come. The next one was, also it's the off season. People are busy in the summer.
Definitely.
So I think there are maybe a handful of people that went to the second one, and then this last one we had somewhere between 10 and 20.
Oh, that's great. That is cool. I'm always interested in who's around, because I know people are spread out everywhere. Like I know for the Nets one, they had kind of a combo of Nets and Knicks fans coming together. There's 30 or 40 maybe that were there. So yeah, I was always curious of who's around. And I know
it was a lot of fun too. I gotta say, we I was a little skeptical going in, I know I'm going to have a lot in common with these people, but I don't know kind of what they're like personality wise. And I got to say, the pickup basketball is great. Nobody was a scrub. Also, nobody was a ringer either. So it was perfect for that. And then and then at the bar, we got to put an end time on 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we got kicked out by the bouncers at 11.
That's great.
And then we went, and a bunch of us went back to one of the guys' apartments after and just kept partying.
That's awesome.
We had a blast.
Yeah, I think what was really cool the first time I went to Summer League, I had a similar response, being oh man, this is gonna be weird, and I'm probably not gonna like this, but this is something we're gonna do. And I've walked away with the same thing. People are cool. We had a lot of fun meeting people, and I just think and this is anything, right? This isn't just Top Shot, but I think when you get together with a group of people who have shared interests, that's going to be fun. You were excited about something that you really haven't been able to talk about it with, except for those internet people, because no one else gives a shit about your NFTs. So to be able to be around people like that is a lot of fun. So that's good. Fenny was saying, yeah, right. You went to Centerfolds, which is probably the only strip club name I know in Boston. So Fenny, good pull there. Good pull. But that's great, man. That's really cool seeing you guys doing the IRL stuff. I know that gets people hyped when they see it, and I think that's been a pretty cool way for Top Shot to kind of not engage the community, but what's the word I'm looking for?
Bring
empower
together.
Sure. Yeah, empower the community to do it, which has been pretty cool. What's been one of the more challenging aspects of this role that people might not realize?
Kind of just tuning out the trolls. That's one.
Yeah.
Just trying to make everybody happy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's brilliant really for Top Shot to, put this on to these volunteer captains, because not only could they not make everybody happy, they would make nobody happy, right? If they were controlling this. But
that's true.
It's difficult. But you got people in the community who kind of rally around you. And in the Celtics community, we got people in the community who anytime a troll chimes in, they'll just all pile on the troll.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's nice. Whereas if it was a TS rep or mod, they wouldn't do that.
No. I think
they'd actually pile on the TS rep or mod.
Right. Exactly. I think it's I think people can respect the amount of work that you're putting in and appreciate that. So I'm sure they have your back in those ways, and can find more constructive ways to be hey, what about this? Because I imagine one of the more common things you hear. It's like, hey, that's dope. You guys are doing stuff for like the 35 people in the Boston area. How can you engage the people that like are diehard Celtics fans, but maybe don't live in that area? How are some ways that you guys have been like tackling that or thinking about that for the upcoming season?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, I mean, it's hard. Straight up, it's hard.
Yeah.
So one big thing that we're gonna do for IRLs is ticket giveaways. So we're
Oh, that's
gonna
great.
reserved suites at 3 Celtics games this year, maybe a
Mm.
fourth, and we're gonna have like 20 to 40 Top Shot collectors in these suites. So the first person who won one was from Dallas, Texas, and they said they're flying up for the game, which is
Whoa,
really cool.
that is cool.
Really cool. But for people who like can't do that, like we're offering like just like a consolation of like a moment valued up to $100. So
Oh, that's
they get
great.
something.
No, that's great. I think that's the way to do it too. Like I know there's always going to be people who are like, well, when are you going to fly me out from the United Kingdom so I could get to, like, that's not going to happen. Right. So, but finding like the equivalent of that, and because that's something like Dustin has talked about with like wanting to see Top Shot do, like being able to like, okay, I'm not going to be able to make it to a Denver Nuggets game. I won tickets, but here's the equivalent in like Denver Nuggets merch or in Denver Nuggets moments or in Dapper for specific things. Like, so I think finding ways to do that is really cool. I also like, and now I sound like a shill for playback, but I think a cool thing that, the communities could do is like have a Celtics night, right? So like for you guys, it's like Celtics opening night, who they playing, the Sixers. And have you messed around with playback at all?
No.
Okay, so playback is you have a private room where you can stream the game. And so it would be like this setup, like you and I would be talking, but would be little circle bubbles, and the game is playing in real time on the screen. And then you can bring guests on. There's like a live chat feature too. So definitely like also, JP, get all those captains on that. I feel well, except for give me the credit for getting them over there. But I think that would be
doing that for tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing that with John Jackson tonight. It's his first time he's doing it. So definitely like check it out if that's the first time. But yes, I know John, I know you're Board to Buckets is doing it over there. But I think that's just like a fun way to create this like sports bar atmosphere for people that might not be able to make it. And doing something like that might be fun. But yeah, I think that's got to be like the most challenging thing is like, it's still not easy to plan an in real life event, period. But then to try to find ways to engage like people who live all over the world, I know that's a little bit tricky. Just time zones itself.
Mike, like think about like your wedding and then just planning those once a month.
Yeah, well, it sounds like fuck that. That's it. I can't. I'm never doing that again. I think in retrospect, and I know JP's listening or watching, the fact that we planned like a 200 person event in Vegas in in July, then to do another 200 person event in Maine for a wedding back to back. I like never want to plan anything ever again. I'm done. Did you get married in Massachusetts?
New Hampshire. I also do like New Hampshire.
Oh, beautiful. That's nice.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think we should try to isolate the community down to like 1 or 2 listeners that are still into this. Like we just talk very specific niche New England stuff.
So you're from Taunton, right?
No, small town near Taunton. I'm from Lakeville.
Okay, all right.
But cool. no one's heard of Lakeville.
So where is it? So that's not South Shore. It's South, but is that South Shore?
No, it's almost Rhode Island. It's near Taunton though. It's like I think you'd probably call it South Shore, but it's no one from the South Shore would call it South Shore.
So do you guys like claim Providence? Do you claim Taunton?
No, we're like the halfway point between like Providence, Boston, Cape Cod. We're like in the middle of all of that. We're the home of Ocean Spray. That's what we claim, baby. Home of the fucking cranberry.
I thought that was a Cape thing.
No, Ocean Spray, right?
Thing?
Yeah,
or
right,
Lakeville thing.
Yeah, I grew up on a bog, which means I'm probably gonna have some weird cancer stuff later in life because that's when like the helicopters would just fly around, drop some chemis, and they'd be like, "Yeah, it's fine." I don't know. What else do you want to talk about?
You're asking what's hard about being a team captain. You know what the other thing that surprised me is like first of all, I have no experience in life in any related to being a team captain.
Yeah.
So the interesting things are like, a lot of people, they want these like challenges and stuff, which we've put together challenge. We'll kind of talk about one of them today. And, these contests and, the ways to engage. And like we've seen how much like the professionals at Top Shot have struggled to put like challenges information out there that don't just get like wait, do you mean like this is eligible for that challenge or not? And that has been a really interesting aspect to try to like put together these contexts that are like, you know, really solid and don't have holes in them and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. I imagine that's and you're
we've got a
like
guy
reverse order.
Yeah. We got a guy, B. Bleezy, who has helped out a lot with like kind of just like proofreading and checking those things over, and he's been super helpful.
That's great. I would imagine though, like your educational background of teaching probably helps a little bit with like your community building stuff, right? Because that's, I mean, I know it's a little bit different, obviously, because you're teaching a subject, but you're still like trying to, you know, create a good environment in the classroom so people feel like they're in a place where they can learn, you know. And I would imagine there's some like transferable skills from that career that you can like bring over, I would think, right?
Yeah, hopefully,
Yeah.
you know. So I wonder if I have like a teachery voice when I talk at all. And my wife criticizes me for that sometimes, for like patronizing her. So I don't know. I try in life to keep that down. Maybe that comes out. I don't know.
No, I meant it in a positive way. I didn't mean it in a negative way.
No, I got that.
Let's talk Celtics a little bit. So we have, I think there was like a lot of excitement, and then Gallinari tore his ACL, which was a little bit of a bummer. But where are you at, like heading into the regular season? I think they're still technically the favorites, which is kind of, I don't know if I'm buying that, but well, how are you feeling?
So I feel great. I mean, like I just wanted to run back the team from last season. Like we're so young. Get another year of improvement under Tatum, Jalen, Rob, some Pritchard, some of the young guys. And you know, we don't have, I guess Al's kind of on the downhill, but I don't think he's going to decline that much. I just wanted to bring back the same squad. And we added Malcolm Brogdon. I feel great about it. I feel great.
Yeah, I love the Brogdon thing. I was really nervous at the like if it was like Jaylen Brown and Derek White for KD, I would have understood. I would have been fine with it. But I'm still pretty happy that we have the same squad coming back. And yeah, as Mike says too, it's our second year with Ime, which I think is good. I know they were applying for that. I forget what it's called. I'm sure Mike will tell me what it is in the chat. But when you get an injury, the injury insurance almost, where you can like apply to get
disabled player exception.
Thank you. There we go. So I know they're going after that with the Gallo thing, and I don't know. Maybe I know there's like some Carmelo rumors. Is there anybody that's out there that you? One other thing I heard. What podcast was it? It was some. They were talking about Danny Ainge sticking it to the Lakers. I think it was the Ryan Russillo one. And instead of Bojan going to the Lakers, if the Celtics can offer a comparable package that the Lakers are asking, that he'll send Bojan to the Celtics. And I loved that idea. Just the fact of Danny Ainge sticking it to the Lakers, I'm in.
Don't even need Bojan. Just as long as we can stick it to him.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, are you hoping for Melo? Like what anything that you're hoping the Celtics do prior to the
I don't care for Melo. Grant Williams, I'd just like to see him get more minutes. You know, I think back because my buddy is always texting saying, "Oh, we're screwed. We don't have any depth at the front court. We're done. We suck." And you know, classic Boston guy. And I think back, like, you know, last year, like we didn't have Tice at this point, our insurance big.
Right.
In 2008, we didn't have PJ Brown going into the season. We had no idea who Leon Powell was going into the season, as Phil Jackson would say. You know, so I think, I mean, we have the means to pick somebody up. I don't see the rush to do it right now. I think over the course of the season or at the deadline, we're going to find that emergency third big, and that's all we need, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. My only concern is the East is so deep. Like I do think it's going to be kind of a bloodbath getting through there. But I think the squad that they have can hang with anybody. Like there's no one I'm worried about. I just think their variance is going to be pretty high because I think in any 7-game series, at least on paper right now, like if you told me the Bucks won, I'd get it. If you told me Celtics won, I'd get it. Sixers, like even the Nets, I just think it's going to be a really tough Eastern Conference, but I'm excited for it. It's weird going into last season, like thinking that we had essentially the same squad we had last season and where my mindset was compared to where it is now, right? Where it's like, oh, wait, we actually might be good. And I did not think that last year at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
at all.
I actually put a futures bet. So I put a futures bet every year on the Celtics.
There we go.
And my buddy like hit me up like in December, be like, "Hey Billy, how's that futures bet looking?" And I looked and I was like, "Oh, I never put one in this year. Well, I gotta do it." So I put one in not to win the title, but just to win the East because I was really down on the Celtics. And I put one on them to win the East at 40-1 odds.
40-1. Let's go.
Yeah, but it was one of those really sketchy offshore bookies. So like I could not put too much money on it because I feared that they wouldn't pay me. So I put $25 on it, won $1,000.
That's great. Do they pay you out in like a gift card or something? That's I remember that's how
they paid me out in Dogecoin.
There you go. You know what's so funny?
Shiba
You might be making a joke, but that's also maybe how they did it. Like I'd believe both. Bill, why don't you tell me a little bit about, I feel like I meant to do this top, but like what was your like individual Top Shot journey like? Like how did you get in and what's that been like for you?
That's a good question. So I guess my account says I signed up in May of 2021. And I think like I heard some people talking about it. I checked it out. I was too sketched out to like put any money in. So I just, start account and never did anything. And then in August, people were talking about it again. So about a year ago. And I just got into it. Like I found a few moments that I thought were so cool. And it just hit me this idea that like I was a big baseball card collector as a kid. So I have cardboard boxes full of them in my parents' attic. And I fell in love with a few moments. I think one of the first moments that I really fell in love with was the Taco Falls handles moment.
That was a good one.
I remember like being at my house watching that game and just jumping off the couch when he like made that move in garbage time. And I just remember how happy I was in that moment. And I remember just thinking that this moment, the Top Shot moment, will like help me remember that moment in real life and how I felt.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up right now. Top Shot's being a little bit slow, but let's see if we can pull up that Taco Fall. I remember that coming to. I'm pretty sure one of our co-hosts, Greg, was stacking this for a little while. I don't know if that's still the case here, but here it's this one, right? It's the handles right here.
Yep. Yep. I had 60 of these at one point. I've been slowly dwindling that stack.
There we go. Oh yeah, that's also. I love that they considered that a handle. That was like what was it? 1, 2, 3 dribbles. Do we think 3 dribbles is the least amount of dribbles that have ever been in a handles moment? We need to get Austin on the horn. Shout out Taco. Where's Taco playing now? Is Taco in Italy or he's Germany?
I think he's overseas somewhere. I haven't followed.
Yeah, I know Weisberg's gonna know. He's gonna tell us in a second. Yeah, regulator said that's Billy's PJ Washington moment. I like that. Poor Mo Bamba. You're right, Mike. So you've been in since May, and so you kind of missed like the massive boom. So you were in a little bit more of like a stabilized market when you came in.
Yeah, and I got in August, and you look and like the market was low then. That's when I started like buying moments.
Yeah,
and I was just kind of stacking, and then of course like the moments are going up in price during that time too. So that's a good time.
Yeah,
and I just enjoyed it. I've been through all the highs and lows.
I think I think they should like check in. Like if I would love to know like everyone's temperature on the platform based on when they got in, like how they feel about it. I think that'd be interesting. Why don't you? I saw someone wanted to give you a shout out. Where was it? It was something about the Tice initiative. And where was it? Somebody. Oh, Jay. Yeah, just a quick hello and to everybody, and a big shout to Larry Legendary for the Tice initiatives. Can you talk to us a little bit about the Tice initiatives?
Yeah, sure. Can I screen share?
Yeah, absolutely. You should be able to do there at the bottom, and I can add it on.
Bang. I think I got it right here.
Yep. There we go.
All right, cool. So we put together this locking challenge. So in the channel, people became obsessed with this Daniel Tice playoff moment, just because it's like the bottleneck of Celtics S3. And there's, and only 8,500 mint on it. And there's like floors, like $3, $4. And so people were just like, hey, let's stack the hell out of this, because like eventually like people are going to need this for S3. And people just started stacking and stacking, and everyone was talking about it in the channel. It's like just something people are having a ton of fun with. And Faldo had talked about us doing a locking challenge at some point where like you lock some moment up a bunch. And I was like, let's do the Tice one. Everybody's already all about collecting it. Let's lock it up. And when I unbeknownst to Larry Legendary and Michael Wally, who's here, they had like, over 50 of these already. So they're probably pretty psyched when I announced this challenge. But the price didn't really move that much. But, Larry Legendary, he just loves this moment so much. I think he loved that we created a challenge based around something that he was really passionate about and really talking about in jail. And he's so active in the channel. Like, I love having active people in the channel. That's, what makes it a good place to be at. And so he actually did some giveaways in the channel. He started giving away some of his Tice moments in giveaway bots, which is really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, one of the underrated aspects of being a team captain or having any sort of community that you've built is finding like opportunities for other people to kind of take ownership in the community. And I think not only is that good for you because it takes, cool things are happening that you don't have to implement, which I think like is good because of how much you're doing. But it also like more ownership from the community. Like, they feel more invested in the work that everybody's doing. It's more of a collective effort than it's just like, hey, it's these two people doing stuff. So that's awesome. That's really cool seeing people in the community put stuff together like that.
Yeah. And I keep telling them I want more. Like, I want more. I'm always listening. Shoot me DMs. Happy to brainstorm together some ideas and craft them up.
Yeah. Now, and I know you guys are in the midst of a couple of different giveaways too, right? Is there? Do you have some excitement?
This challenge right here just ended yesterday at midnight yesterday. So my plan was to actually give away to determine who the winners of this challenge are today on the live stream. Maybe we can do that right now.
Let's do it. I'm down.
All right, let's do it. So, basically every Daniel Tice playoff moment you locked got you one entry into the drawing.
Beautiful.
And then we got a bunch of prizes. The grand prize is a pair of tickets to a suite at the TD Garden for opening night against Philadelphia. TSD Garden got a 25-seat executive view suite with free food, no free drinks, but free food at an opening night. And we're giving away 2 pairs of tickets for this challenge.
Wow. So 2 pairs of tickets for the suite?
2 pairs of tickets for the suite. One will be reserved to someone who has Celtics as their favorite team, and another for anybody who entered is eligible for.
That's incredible.
You will find that about 80% of the entries were Celtics favorite team people. So.
I believe it.
And there's like one guy who has like a 20% chance of winning because of all the Tice moments he locked, which is pretty sweet. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, let's fire it up. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So what are we doing? First, we're going to raffle off the grand prize. We are going to do...
Look at that wheel.
Here's the wheel. Like, again, one name is on here like 100 times. So we're not going to get some suspense, but let's spin it up. The first pair of tickets to the suite for opening night will go to...
Here we go. That's Catatonic 1.
Catatonic 1. All right. Wow. Congratulations, Catatonic 1.
Right. Do we know Catatonic 1?
I didn't remove Catatonic 1. All right. So Catatonic 1, you can't win again. I didn't remove you, but we'll re-roll if.
And what did Catatonic win again?
A pair of tickets.
Oh, that was for the tickets?
That was for the tickets.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I would have had a better reaction there. That's huge. Congrats, Catatonic. A
pair of tickets to a suite at opening night. NBA opening night, not just Celtics opening night. NBA season opening night, Celtics against Sixers. That's Tuesday, October 18th, 7:30 p.m. Catatonic 1. I don't know if you're in here.
If you're in here, let it be known, Catatonic.
Yeah, if you're in the Boston area, hope you can come. If not, hope you can fly up and make the game. If you can't, then we'll be in conversations and we'll buy you a moment of your choice up to $100.
There you go. Good luck, Catatonic.
Cool. All right. So now we're going to give away another pair of tickets.
There we go.
A second pair of tickets. This one is only eligible to people with Celtics as their favorite team.
Woo, we love it.
Let's spin it up and see.
This is an awesome giveaway.
Mr. Elvish Piper. Wow. He's in the chat. Michael, congratulations, pal. He's going to be so stoked.
That's sick. Is he a Bostonian?
He's a Southern New Hampshire guy. Hampton, New Hampshire.
That's great. Huge W.
He's wicked active in the chat, in the Discord. I think he locked either like 70 or 100 of these moments.
So was he 20%, the 20%er?
I think he was. And Larry Legendary and him were the two two whales of the of the contest.
Man, and that's incredible.
I'm really happy that Michael won it because he's just been a super active member in the community. He comes to all my live streams and Google Hangouts.
Yeah. That's incredible. I love that. Like, listen, if you guys did this for any game, it would have been cool, right? Even if it was like against the Magic, but to do that opening night against the Sixers, like the first game of the season, is pretty sick.
Yeah, build it up hot. Let's start hot. So we do have some other consolation prizes. Call this a consolation prize. So we're also going to give away 2 Daniel Tice rare denied Top Shot debut moments.
Ooh, there we go.
That's like a $200 moment, I believe.
I think so, but it's priceless if you're a Tice head,
Yep. So we're going to give 1 away to anybody who entered the contest. So let's spin her up and go.
Here we go.
All right, Mr. Oliver Driver, you already won. I forgot to remove your name from the wheel. Sorry, bud. So let's re-roll. I think he actually asked if you could win twice in the channel.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh,
Boston based. Boston based might be here. He comes to some of the streams, I think. And Boston based, yeah, he also had like 20 or 30 entries into this. So congratulations, Boston based.
So that was a rare denied moment, right?
That's correct.
It's huge for Boston based. Man, this is great. I love one that I didn't have to organize to give away, but it's just cool seeing like specific communities being able to put shit like this together. It's great.
Yeah. We're going to give away another Tice denied moment. This one is going to someone with Celtics as their favorite team. Spin her up.
Here we go. Ooh, Tabata Bez.
Taba Tabes.
Huge.
That's actually how you say that.
Taba Tabes.
Taba Tabes.
Went to Tabor Academy.
Like with a Flava Flav.
I like it. I like it. Is this another? Is that another active member in the community?
Yep, active member comes into the live streams all the time. That's how I found out how to say it because he was in one of the Google Hangouts and he told me.
Hell yes.
Taba Tabes. All right. Next, what are we giving away? Let's see. We also have a Daniel Tice common Top Shot debut.
Nice.
Needed for the Celtics S1 series. If you're trying to complete that, we'll give one away to any entrant. Let's go.
Here we go.
Larry Legendary.
Wow. There you go, Lars.
Glad Larry won something. I was hoping for him to win the tickets.
There's a lot of love for Larry in the chat today. Good to see.
He's so active in the community. He's gonna win something at some point. He'll win tickets at some point. I know he will.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got one more common Top Shot debut to give away.
Here we go.
Bang! Let's go. This one's going to a Celtics favorite team person. And how do we say this one?
Frazier. Frazier. There you go.
I have no idea if that's the case or not, but it's the only way I can read it.
I love it. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so it was a great challenge. Had a lot of fun doing it. People, for most of the weekend, the Tice moment was at the top of the 24-hour volume in OTM.
Pump it.
Which is pretty cool.
Love that. This is dope. Tell us a little bit like where. I know you said you have the weekly stream that you guys are doing, no longer on Google Hangouts, thank God. But tell me a little bit about like the stuff that you guys are doing that you have planned so people can find you.
Yeah, sure. So we're in the Discord. Most of our stuff's on the Discord. I'm not a Discord expert, not a Twitter expert. Those are the two main ways to communicate stuff. If anybody is and like wants to like help me with that kind of stuff, like take like a leadership role on that, I would be wicked happy about that. So yeah, I mean, I do most of the stuff in Discord. It's the thing I'm most comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I would like some help with Twitter though. But
yeah, I feel that. And I will say, like, as you put that out there, someone will be down to help. People are always down to get involved a little bit. So I'm sure somebody will give you a hand with that. Cause I was the opposite. I was pretty active on Twitter prior to all of this, but like had no idea what I was doing with Discord. And I remember Dumbo joined the Team Hold Discord like relatively early on and was like, this Discord is a shit show, man. You need to organize this stuff. And so it just takes some time, but yeah, it is. And it's super overwhelming though. So I totally get it. So somebody help him out. Somebody help out Billy. And then I don't know, any other like Celtics initiatives coming up? I know we're kind of leading into the season. You don't have to do anything else. You just gave away all these tickets and moments, which was dope.
Yeah. So we're also on the stream today. For anyone who joined the stream, we're going to be giving away another pair of tickets to the suite for opening night. So stick around till the end.
Oh shit. All right. So should I fire up a wheel then on my end? I forgot we were doing that.
We'll fire up the StreamYard giveaway.
Yeah.
The hashtag. Yep.
Let me pull that up right now. So that way we can get it cooking. But
we've got enough of these, and my plan is to kind of give them away as like a grand prize for every contest that we do. And we do a contest like about once a week or so.
That's amazing.
So we got another IRL event coming up Thursday, September 22nd. The pickup basketball and after party was just so fun that we were like, let's not change anything. Let's do like the same exact thing again. It was so fun.
Yeah. And real quick, just for if this is your first time tuning in order to qualify using this, you need to like the stream. You need to subscribe to Team Hold and put hashtag Celtics into the chat. That's the only way it'll scoop your name. So make sure you do that. And we'll rip this in like 10 minutes or so. I was saying this to, I think it was Clee Gaines after the event. I think more events like that too are just the best, right? You're like, we don't need to spend like a couple of $1,000s to make this happen. Like people would just be happy to come hang out, play some basketball and go grab a drink after and like watch a game or something. Like I think in our minds, because of what we've seen so far, it's like, okay, we need to drop $5K. Everything needs to be like open bar, open kitchen, all of that stuff, which yes, every once in a while is dope. But I think just creating like more opportunities to do shit like that is awesome.
Yeah. One thing that we thought of actually was creating like a rec basket, like based after the pickup, we're like, dude, we should just start like a rec basketball team.
Yes.
A TSD Garden basketball team where like, people don't have to commit to every week. Different people can come and play every week, like go out for beers after. I thought that would be a lot of fun.
Get like an 80-person roster together.
Because I used to play in this organization called CAC basketball in Cambridge.
Hell yeah. I played in the CAC, baby.
You don't say.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh shit. What are we sharing right now? Oh, did you pull up the stats? Let's go. This was oh man, let's see. What was I played 8 games.
You guys want to see Mike's basketball? I was impressed, Mike. 11 points a game. That's pretty good for a 5-on-5 basketball.
And I'm pretty sure.
Was this 5-on-5 or 4-on-4?
I'm pretty sure this is 5-on-5. This is 5-on-5. And I'm pretty sure I said I led the league in 3-point shooting that season with 34%. Or if I wasn't for, I remember they sent these emails out at the end of the season, and I remember getting hit with an email. So being like, my name being out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
The free throw shooting leaves a little something to be desired here, Mike.
That's wrong. There's no way I went 1 for 14. There's no way that. Imagine being a 30. What's a good comp for that? Being able to shoot 34 from 3 and then 1 for 14 from
Bruce Bowen.
Yeah, I bet that's 1 for 4 because I'm gonna be honest. Right around that year is when I stopped going inside. So I was like, I'm just gonna shoot from outside. That's what I'm doing.
These actually get inputted on a daily. Like a game by game basis, and they accumulate. But it's possible somebody like you were 1 for 1 and they typed in like 1 for 11 or something like that.
Also, look at those rebounds. Are you kidding me? Almost 5 boards a game. Wait, hold on. So did you just be like, I wonder if he played in the CAC? Let me look it up.
Legit, yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, that was so long ago. That was probably like 10, 12 years ago, maybe, I think.
2010.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is, 2010. Wow, it was 12 years ago.
I was big into these leagues, and I've played into them. They're an awesome community too. I don't know if you got that feel. Like once you get into them, they're a great community. Like I met a lot of really good friends through these leagues over the years, and then I found out Easy Buckets. I don't know if you know him. He's in a lot of Discord stuff. He lives in EC, and he's played in this league too.
No kidding.
Yeah, so we were talking about that, and then I went home and I like looked up the stats, and then I was like, who else from Top Shot in the Boston area? And I tried a bunch of people. I tried you, and I found you in here.
The only thing I hated about that is like the gyms were always really nice, but you had to find like street parking, and like it was always tough to get to. Also, NFT news drop alerts made a great point. Don't want to show off your stats, Billy? Listen, I think we need to see some Billy stats.
Oh boy.
And
How do we find my stats?
Billy met lots of Eskimo brothers in the CAC. I still have that CAC jersey somewhere. I don't know why I don't throw it out. But
Anybody else play
it.
CAC here? So
Yeah,
a lot of interesting people played CAC actually that like you might know.
Yeah.
So like, do you know Brian Robb?
Yeah.
He played CAC.
Oh wow.
I don't. So there's a guy, Sean Silver.
Okay.
He is sports radio host on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Oh yeah.
And he played CAC with me. I actually know him through that, and that's how I pulled up. That's how I got him on one of our live streams 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
And then who else? Do you know Sam Packard? Jam Packard?
Yes.
Does the Anything Is Potable podcast? He's on one of my teammates in a CAC league.
Oh, this is
So
taking me back.
These are my stats. My stats are okay. I'm a point guard, a little bit of a floor general.
There we go.
Good seasons.
Look at that 7 assists game season back there. 19.
Yeah.
Look at I love I played one season and we come to you and you've been playing.
Oh, look at how many seasons I've played.
I mean, this is nuts.
I was not too far after you.
Yeah, I passed the torch. I walked so you could run.
So yeah, it's a really, really fun league. But I moved up to the North Shore and it's a little bit too much of a hike for me.
Yeah. North Shore, where you don't have to say we're in the North Shore. We've been talking about if we ever make our way back to Massachusetts from New York, that we would probably end in the North Shore. We got a couple friends up there, but mostly because I think we would like to be closer to our family, but not close to our family. So we would like Boston in between us.
Where are your friends in the North Shore? I live in Lynn, by the way.
Oh, you live in Lynn? Hell yeah! Wait,
yep.
Man, this is so funny. My mom's family is all from Lynn.
Nice.
Yeah, we're probably a little bit more north than that. My buddy Overzet just moved up there, Pete Overzet, and we were always like, oh yeah, it'd be fun to be close to those guys. So, but I don't know, we're still early stages of that. We'll be in New York for a little bit longer. Here we go. The Malt says Newton YMC League here. There you go. Hell yeah. We need just a full stream on Rec League Hoops. All right, here we go. Last call. You gotta we only have 63 entrants. This is a freak. This giveaway. This is by far the best giveaway we've had on here. These is 2 sweet tickets to opening night, Celtics Sixers. All right, you're gonna like the stream, subscribe, #Celtics. Billy, where can they follow you too? So at TSD Garden on Twitter, right?
Yep.
And then what about do you have your own account too? You want to
at Billy Top Shot.
All right.
Does everybody have a burner Top Shot Twitter account, by the way?
I think everybody but me. Well, I guess Top Shot Tony is mine. But no, yeah, I went full docs.
I just didn't want to it's funny. I didn't want I feel like everybody in my real life just wouldn't want to be spammed with Top Shot all the stuff. That's the reason why. And then I started doing it, and I kind of half pay attention to the Billy Top Shot one, and I don't even pay attention to my personal one anymore. Yeah. It's a weird thing.
I think if I could go back and do it again, I might have started a new one, but I think my brain was I don't want to lose my followers. So I kept the one that I had. But I actually don't, and it kind of keeps me. Well, you know what though, we do have the Team Hold account too. So if I ever do anything super NFT specific, it usually lands over there than on mine. And Raptor News, I'm curious how many because you kind of said this too, Billy, that your burner became your main. I feel like a lot of people are in that world right now, which is kind of funny. All right, we're up to 75. Did we hit
it?
I know. This needs to get.
I expected over 100.
Maybe we got some people watching on the YouTube TV and they can't do it. But yeah, like the stream, subscribe, #Celtics into the chat. Did we hit most of the stuff you wanted to hit? I want to make sure.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
Is there something else?
This is great. I appreciate you coming on. I know we were originally going to try to do a Thursday night, and we'll happily return the favor and come on the TSD Garden in the future.
Nice.
I'd love to.
I was going to ask, just I guess a little Top Shot stuff. I don't know if you had other stuff you wanted to talk about too. I was just going to see your take. The big thing, it seems to be these locking leaderboards, and I was going to kind of get your take on it. Are there teams that you are locking? Are you kind of getting in on some? Are you totally avoiding it? I was curious what your take is. So a lot of people are talking about it in the Celtics channel.
Yeah, I know. I'm of the mind. Like the one thing I want to say, I think people should have. I think some people are starting to get a little upset because the leaderboard's moving around. But like I think people need to relax on that a little. Like we knew the rules this whole time. This isn't something where they changed the rules. Like we knew the rules, and so like I'm sorry if you're going down on the leaderboard, but like that's how leaderboards work, right? Like everybody can't be in the top 750, only 750 of them. So I think if you're getting mad about that, I kind of like pump the brakes a little bit.
iRacer had a good tweet along those same lines yesterday, I think.
Did he? All right. But what I've been doing is I have a Nugget stack and I have a Celtic stack, and because those are like my two squads, and so I locked those because I wanted to keep those sets intact. Well, I guess I don't have the full Celtics, but I knew I wasn't going to list all of them, and especially like those 60Ks, like Marcus Smarts that I have. I'm not going to one by one list all of those. So I was like, let's just lock them all. We'll keep them, and these are just going to be my moments forever. But I'm not going nuts trying to, like, I'm not monitoring, am I in the 750? Like, I think I'm just outside of it on the Celtics and just inside of it on the Nuggets. So that's where I'm at. What about you? What have you been doing?
I'm trying to, I think these team TSDs will be pretty cool. Like Celtics, I want to be like, ever since I would say like, I don't know, maybe 8 months ago when Live Token put out these leaderboards, I was like, oh, I'm getting to the top of that Celtics leaderboard. Yeah. Like, I need to show my Celtics fandom. I need to prove to all these people that I am the biggest Celtic, all these strangers on the internet and Eskimos brothers out there, that I am the biggest Celtics fan. So I had this weird mentality about that.
That's so good.
I think I'm like around 300 now in the leaderboard, but I've only locked like half my stuff, kind of saving some ammo.
Yeah,
holding some bullets in the chamber.
Yeah, I think that makes sense too, because then if you're like, oh, there's no way I'm going to make it, so I'm just going to leave these unlocked, or if you're like, okay, I need to give another boost, you can go for it.
I do want to get top 100, I think, on Celtics. That's like my long-term goal. And if there is like a reward for top 100, which I think there's supposed to be like a legendary moment or something, that'd be pretty dope to get. So
yeah, I'm excited to see, like, even if it doesn't include me, which again, I think this is a mindset that a lot of people should take. I'm excited to see what they do roll out. And I know I'm not going to be the beneficiary of a lot of this stuff, but I've said this from like the jump. I think like finding different ways to be able to engage with the platform is the goal. It shouldn't be that we're all playing the game exactly the same way. And so if people are like super into the locking, dope. I hope there's rewards that make it exciting. And if you're not, there's other things you can do with it. So I'm pro locking, even though my account doesn't show that as much. But all right, we're gonna spin this wheel. I think we're up to 79, but it's go time. It is go time. Billy, man, thanks again for coming on and for all of the work that you do and for being the first official captain to come on and talk about what they're doing. I'm excited to do this a little bit more, but I'm glad you were the first.
It's a high bar for others to live up to.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just going to be a shit show all the way down after this. So, I mean, who else is going to come on and tell Eskimo Brothers stories, you know? All right, here we go. So for 2 tickets, opening night, courtesy of the TSD Garden crew. Go follow them at TSD Garden on Twitter. Get involved. Here we go. Oh, it's frozen. There we go. We're back. And it's going to... Ooh, Stahari. Congratulations. Should they reach out to you, Billy, at TSD
Yeah, you
Garden?
gotta reach out to me. Again, if you can come, we'll make sure we get you into that suite. If not, because I know a lot of people here aren't local, we can get you that moment of your choice up to $100. So just hit me up, DM me on Twitter at Billy Topshot or at TSD Garden, and we'll make sure we make it happen.
That's incredible. Thanks again so much for coming on, man. Looking forward to repaying the favor and coming on one of the TSD Garden streams soon. And everybody pay attention to what the Celtics are doing, baby. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. All right.